If you're feeling bad today for any reason, if you feel like your life just sucks, just know that Alexander the Great was accidentally buried alive.
I'm not sure I understand. Could you make that clearer for me?
No. You know, when I listen to country songs, I always like to try to imitate how they sing. Sometimes I can get pretty close, but sometimes it's not too good, you know? Let me see. I'm gonna see if I can do it, Jim. I'm gonna see. Or I'm gonna see if I can do it. She'll take the moon over Georgia. She'd rather have a million stars in the sky than a gold mine. Shadow dancing till dawn. Oh, you just don't say she just don't want me to sing it. That was Shenandoah. Can you say love you more? No. Close. My daughter, she is leaps and bounds. She is crazy smart. And sometimes that kind of is a little bit of a con when you try to do, day-to-day things because she wants to help. And not saying that I don't want your help, but sometimes she don't do it quite right. But I know as a parent, I have to teach her and let her make mistakes. And I get that. So, that's just day in the life of having a smart child. The little mama's is a smart baby. One thing that I really, really enjoy is philosophy. I love philosophy. Just the way I like examining different ways people think. Philosophy is such an interesting thing because it's just a analysis on how the human brain perceives different situations and society. When I first was about to get into college, I was going to go into psychology, but changed my whole direction and went to theater and did that. And then when, stuff hit the fan, kind of got out of college and then just started my own life the way that I saw or the way that I wanted, pretty much. From very young, I wanted to have a family. I wanted to have a very strong, tight-knit family that love, support, I wanted my house to be full of love and support because in my childhood, I had that, but not in the way that I wanted it to. My baby girl over there is listening intently, and it is interesting to see. Love you. As a child, people would always open up to me out of nowhere. I wouldn't even... Yeah. I wouldn't even ask them anything. I would just be in conversation, and they would be like, yeah, this happened to me, and I'm like, whoa. But the more and more that happened, I realized maybe that is my somewhat... You know how they say everyone has a purpose, or everyone has some sort of thing. I almost left my house on. Had to let my babies in because I guess it's getting a little hot out there. But it intrigued me, and I always wondered why people always gravitated towards me with their problems or with something that they were dealing with. But as I grew older and as of now, I actually enjoy when people open up to me because I see that as a big trust thing. And it's something that doesn't happen all the time. But with that, I kind of wanted with this channel, I kind of wanted to mix those. I kind of wanted to mix kind of like psychological and almost like psychological analysis, I guess you can say, on different situations or just day-to-day general things, and just trying to get to the bottom of it. I guess this should have been probably my first video, but I like the seriousness of counseling. I would love to be a counselor, but I know myself, and I wouldn't be able to disconnect their emotions from mine. She reluctantly took the fruit bar. I always like having deep conversations mixed in, having comedy kind of mixed in with it to create a safe, almost like a safe space when needed. Because comedy is not really able to be there all the time. Because sometimes, if it's too serious of a situation, that's happening, you can't joke about it in that moment. You can't crack a joke when somebody's telling you something terrible that happened to them. You can't just be like, haha. You can't, laugh and joke around in that moment, but it's finding when to. That's the powerful punch right there. It's finding when to put in that comedic relief when they need it, because not everybody's relief is comedic. Sometimes their release is just talking about it and getting it out, and that's my biggest thing. You can't keep everything inside. You got to tell someone. Like, you can't keep telling yourself because it isn't going anywhere. That can go with anything. That can go with ideas. That can go with brainstorming. You can't brainstorm. I mean, you can brainstorm by yourself, but it has to go somewhere. Either that's on pen and paper, in a voice memo of some sort so you can listen to it later, because you won't remember everything that you thought of or that you have an idea about. Unless you're super passionate about it, then you probably will. I just wanted to mix psychological, kind of philosophical, and mix it in with comedy. And maybe not all the time. Maybe kind of have a kind of comedic, just skits, choppy skits. I don't know. But that my main point, I think I want to just mix those together and create some sort of entertainment about it. Just see where it goes. Don't know where I was going with that. Boop, 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 ba-doop. Yeah, I know, right? Let's switch topics real quick. I don't know about y'all, but I love me some country music. I was raised on country music. As a kid, I would go to sleep to the Lee Greenwood song. I'm proud to be an American, where at least I know. Yeah, that song right there. I remember going to sleep to that, and it was on the radio a lot back in 2002. I don't know when that was exactly, but I just remember listening to a lot of country music and driving. Hey, do not eat the dog food. Do you put dog food in your mouth? You gonna vacuum? But I've always grew up with country music, and I love Morgan Wallen. I adore that man's voice. Just the way he sings his songs and just what songs he puts out. I'm like, this is what I've been looking for. This is the unique songs that I'm going to remember forever. Like George Strait songs. You always, if you even remotely listen to country, just a little bit, or even know about country, you know who George Strait is. Everybody does. If you don't, I don't know what to tell you. But I hope Morgan Wallen gets to that point, because I don't know what it is. Seven Summers, I think, has to be one of my favorite songs of all time. I listen to that song almost every day. I don't know. It's just when I see it, I'm like, I gotta listen to it. I have to try to sing like Morgan Wallen. I wish I sang like Morgan Wallen. Yeah, you was talking about getting in first, sir. Some best all year round. Got a big old diamond on the hand right now. Maybe kids will come by now. Blue driveway with a big white house. But I wonder when you drink it if you find yourself thinking about that boy from East Tennessee. Yeah, I know we both knew better, but we still said forever and that. 7 summers of coke, Southern comfort when we done more just younger. No. But weirdly enough, on the flip side, on music, I can just sit and relax to some good 90s R&B songs, or get super, super crazy on some rap songs. I don't know. It depends on what mood I'm in, but genre has no... I'm like, I'm not really like, oh, I hate this genre, I love this genre. No, it's song specific sometimes, but most of the time, it's very like I like one song from like an artist, and most of the time I won't go any deeper. Like I'll just hear it, I love it, and then that's it from that artist. And I feel bad because I want to dig deeper into different artists and just see what their other music is like, what their other songs are like. And I have done that with a few. Cigarettes After Sex, that band right there, I dug deep because I heard one song and I was like, I have to hear the other ones. And I know on their one album, they kind of sound similar, but that's their whole thing. It's different songs, but they have the same kind of like ambiance, however you say that word, ambiance in the background, but it's something, you know what you're gonna get when you go to them. You know exactly what you're gonna get. Same with Men I Trust. I freaking love Men I Trust. If you haven't heard them, stop exactly what you're doing right now. I don't even care. Stop exactly what you're doing right now and go listen to Men I Trust. That band, so her voice is so beautiful. I'm a stickler for how people sing in their song. If it's like, if the melody's not there, I'm not there. I'm leaving. Like, I can't. I know that's a common, like, very straightforward thing to say, but I'm just saying. If the instrumental is there, maybe. But if they start singing and I get turned off, I'm turning the music off. I can't. I have to be able to listen to the voice, not just like the instrumental, But Men I Trust combine those. Great voice, great instrumental, and it feels like you're just in a 70s, like, wonderland. I don't know. It's just like everything in one, and I love it. And it's just like, it's like flying through the sky on like a cloud. And there's no getting off, but you don't care if you get off or not. You just want to stay on that cloud. And that's what it feels like listening to Men I Trust. Any other songs. It doesn't matter what song. Any. Music has a lot to do with your mood. Depending on what mood you're in, that depends on what song you're going to pick to listen to on the way to work or on the way to, drop the kid, whatever it is. One thing I hate, though, and it's not even music's fault. It's my own fault. There's times where I want to listen to something, but I can't connect with anything. I just don't want to listen to nothing, but I do want to listen to music. I haven't found exactly what genre or what kind of music I should pick in that mood. In that sort of like disconnected, not really feeling anything, but feeling a lot of things at once. It's hard to explain, but I feel like maybe some of y'all understand. We're chilling. Chilling while I eat dishes. I just saw my child put food down. He took food out of one of the dog's kennels and brung it closer to one of our other dog's kennels. Got the dog's collar, pulled them to the food to eat. Okay.
Oh, I'm sorry. I couldn't hear you over the sound of money burning a hole in my pocket.
Do you think there is life on other planets?
No, I'm German.